Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This video is about synchronous generator, and this is on the request of a student. So let's see what is a synchronous generator. This is the body, which is called a stator, remains stationary, that is why it is stator, and this part rotates, and that is why it is called rotor. Now a DC current is applied to the rotor winding, producing a rotor magnetic field. So this one is provided with the DC current, so it provides a magnetic field around the rotor. The rotor is then turned by an external means. So now this rotor is turned by handle, by wind power, by turbine, whichever way. So this is turned, and then it produces a rotating magnetic field, because the magnetic field around this was static, but when we are rotating this, then the magnetic field also rotates with this. And that rotating magnetic field induces a three-phase voltage within the stator winding. So now you can see three colors representing three-phase windings. So now a three-phase voltage is induced in the stator winding. Now field windings, also called rotor windings, this is the field winding or rotor windings, are the windings producing the main magnetic field. And the armature winding or stator winding. Now there is confusion, because in some machines armature is on the rotating part, so it is better that we called it stator winding and rotor winding. So the stator windings are the windings where the main voltage is induced or produced. So on these windings the generated voltage is produced. And this is the actual diagram of one of the machines, a kind of machines. So this is stator and this is rotor. Now I have separated the diagram that I had borrowed. So this is now the stator part and this is rotor part. And so we are here. Now we can sketch it in the form of a circuit. So the rotor winding or the field winding is represented like this, and the three-phase stator winding is represented by three-phase here, and this is Y-Y connection or Y connection. Now this portion can also be represented by three separate circuits for each phase. And for all practical purpose, because they are balanced, so everything is same, and that is why we just take one circuit. One of the circuits we solve it, and then that is applicable to all the three circuits. Now the speed of rotation of a synchronous generator. The electrical frequency produced is locked in or synchronized with the mechanical rate of rotation of the generator, and that is why it is called synchronous generator. So the frequency is dependent on the speed of the generator, and so we use this formula for calculating the frequency. And what are these terms? Fe is the electrical frequency of the generated EMF, Nm is the mechanical speed of magnetic field, and since magnetic field is related to the rotation of the rotor, so it is equal to the speed of the rotor of the synchronous machine. So this is the speed of the rotor. P is the number of poles on the rotor. So this is the number of poles. And so Nm over 120 gives the frequency in hertz or in cycles per second, we used to call this. Now electric power is generated at 50 hertz or 60 hertz, as you know. 60 hertz in US, rest of the world 50 hertz. So to generate 60 hertz power in a two-pole machine, the rotor must run at 3600 RPM. So I hope you can calculate. You put 60 hertz here, you put two poles here, and then you can calculate the speed. And similarly, to generate 50 hertz, if it was two pole motors, it will be just half of it, 18. But another example we have taken with the four pole motor. So in that case, the rotor speed will be 15 revolutions per minute. Now measuring synchronous generator parameters. The equivalent circuit of a synchronous generator that has been derived contains three quantities that must be determined in order to completely describe the behavior of the synchronous generator. And what are those three quantities? The relation between field current and flux, and since flux is dependent on the induced voltage, therefore it is between the field current and the induced voltage or generated voltage, here EA. The second parameter is the synchronous reactance of the generator, and third is the armature reaction. So this is the circuit, equivalent circuit. We need to find EA, we need to find XS, we need to find RA. So the first step is to perform an open circuit test. The generator is turned at a rated speed, so whatever speed we saw, for that speed we will turn it. The terminals are disconnected from all the loads, so no load is connected with the terminals of the generator, and the field current is set to 0. So this field current is set to 0. That is to start with. Then what we do is we gradually increase the field current in steps, and the terminal voltages are measured. So we keep on measuring the voltage. Now with the terminal open circuit, now since there is no current flowing through this, therefore IA is 0, no current in this, and therefore there will be no voltage drop in this circuit here. So EA is equal to VT or V phi. So EA is equal to V phi. V phi is for one phase and VT is for the total voltage. And so we can have a graph which is related between the field current. As we are increasing the field current from 0 onward, the voltage or the terminal voltage will keep on increasing. So this graph is called the open circuit characteristics. Okay, the second step is to find a short circuit test or carry out a short circuit test. In the short circuit test, we short the output terminal and we put an ammeter in between to measure the current. And here also we start with the field current 0, a short circuit terminal through a set of ammeters we have connected. And now as we keep on increasing IF, we measure the current through this circuit IA. So this is a plot between the field current and armature current. Okay, now let's do an example to clarify our concept. We have a 200 kVA generator, so this is the power of the generator, not concerned at this point. 480 volt, so this is the three-phase voltage or terminal voltage. 50 hertz is the frequency, YY connected synchronous generator with a rated field current of 5 amperes. So So field current is 5 ampere, so maximum field current is 5 amperes. And when we measured the open circuit voltage at the rated field current, it was found to be 540 volt, so VOTOC. And the line current or the short circuit current that we measured was 300 ampere. And the third is to measure the resistance of the armature when a DC voltage of 10 volt was applied to the two terminals. A current of 225 ampere was measured. So this is measuring the DC resistance. To find the value of the armature resistance, that is the first part, and the approximate synchronous reactance, this is the second part, that would be used in the generator model. Okay, so remember that we have to find the armature resistance and we have to find the reactance of the generator. So this is the circuit for three-phase generator. It is connected in Y connection. So we first of all find part C, which is when a DC voltage of 10 volt was applied to the two terminals. So here between this terminal, between this one terminal and the other terminal, a DC volt of 10 volt was applied, and it was found that a current of 25 milliampere is flowing. So we have to find RA. So we can say that VDC divided by IDC is the total resistance. And now in this circuit you can see there are two resistances. One is this resistance and one is this resistance. So we can write it as 2RA is equal to VDC over IDC, and therefore RA is VDC IDC divided by 2. So RA comes to be 0.2 ohm. So this is the resistance part we have found out. Okay, so we found the armature resistance. Now we need to find the reactance. And this is the three-phase circuit, and this is its single-phase equivalent. And we know that the impedance is given by voltage over current. So the generated voltage, this voltage here, divided by armature current. Now with the terminal open, IA is 0. So when this is no load is connected, so circuit is not complete. Therefore no current flows through this, and therefore there will be no voltage drop across this. So EA is equal to V terminal or V phase. EA is equal to V phase. Now we need to actually find EA and IA to find the impedance. So let's first of all find EA. EA we know is V open circuit, as we saw from here, and V open circuit is actually VT. This is the voltage given, or V line to line. So it is V line to line divided by under root 3. I hope you know this from the circuit analysis, that the line current and phase current are related by this. So we can also say that V terminal is divided by under root 3 is EA. V terminal is given in the question to be 540 volt. So EA is 311.8 volt. So we have found EA. And then it is given that the short circuit current IA is just equal to the line current. So when we short circuited this, the current flowing through this is the armature current, which is actually the phase current, and in YY phase current is same as the line current. Since the generator is Y connected, and in YY I phase is equal to I line. So IA short circuit is equal to IL short circuit, and IL short circuit is given in the question to be 300 amperes. So now we have found the voltage and we have found the current, so we can find the impedance. This is given in the question, 300 ampere. Okay, so this is the formula for the impedance that we found out, and we have now found out both the terms, EA and IA. And therefore, to find the reactance, we use this impedance formula. So this is the impedance is equal to E over A. RA we know is 0.2, we calculated. This is what we need to find out. EA was 311.8 and IA is 300. And from this, we can calculate the reactance of the synchronous generator to be 1.02 ohm. And so this is the single phase circuit or per phase equivalent circuit with the values put in here. A point to note that since XS is much greater than RA, you can see this is 1.02 and RA is only 0.2, so it is about 5 times greater. So it is easier to just ignore RA from here. If you ignore RA, then we will just have XS is approximately equal to EA over A or V open circuit over IA. So I hope this gives you a basic introduction of the synchronous generator. We'll follow with other examples, tough ones. Thank you.